oyster at all. The pressure is back and forth from the oyster knife. And I can use a church key that you open a can of V8 juice with, or I can use a screwdriver, it doesn't matter, a nail, anything with a little point. You just pop it into that little hinge and it's open. So now I just pop that hinge, as you see, it's by rocking back and forth, and then you take the knife and you slide it against the roof of the flat shell so as not to disturb the actual meat of the oyster, or the pocket as we call it, and you pull it off, and so that should be perfectly, and then our guys are trained to clean it off a little bit. This one looks a little dry, but you loosen the bottom muscle and you're ready to go. And a little juice in there. And then these are a bigger one over here. A little bit different style. That was a blue point, much thicker shell. It's a wild oyster. Not a wild oyster, they're just grown in kind of mud flats in Long Island Sound. This is the Western oyster. The way something is farmed kind of indicates where it was grown. If it's got a lot of flutes in the shell, it was probably grown in really rough water, because it develops those flutes kind of like a flying buttress on a church so it doesn't get crushed. If the shells are really thin, they were probably grew really fast because they weren't in real rough water, and they didn't need to spend a lot of their energy creating a house that would protect them. They're much thinner. This one, is, again, that was pretty easy to open. And if anyone's interested, Santa Monica Seafood is having a shuck and swallow contest at their Costa Mesa store this Sunday.
Be sure to join that.
Well, put that on your blogs. So anyway, there's a gorgeous oyster with a lot of brine in there. So anyone want to try one?
Heck yeah, give it here. Yeah, thank you.
So now we have plates over here. You can come and actually sample.
And Brian's going to bring out a couple little plates of some halibut and